Recently, dentists in other parts of the country have been accused of putting patients at risk with improperly cleaned equipment. So what can ensure that yours isn't a dirty dentist? WNWO's Angi Gonzalez discovered that local dental offices may go months, even years between inspections, and she joins us now live with that story. Angi?
Jim, there are procedures and governing bodies in place in both Ohio and Michigan that are set up to ensure that dentists do have the necessary licenses. But you might be surprised to learn just how much you need to be a part of making sure that things are clean and sanitary when you open wide. If you're afraid of the dentist, it's more than likely that this or the price tag of the visit is what's going to send you running for the hills. But for residents in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a real-life nightmare began after they left the dentist chair of Dr. Scott Harrington.
I just had been tested for hepatitis C.
In March, more than 7,000 of the patients Harrington had seen in his more than 35-year career were contacted by the Tulsa Health Department.
Every patient assumes when they enter a dental office that things are being done per the standard and the law. And unfortunately, in this situation, that was not the case.
A 17-count indictment alleges Harrington and his staff also put patients at risk of HIV, reusing needles, not testing the office's dental tool sterilizer in 6 years, and using rusty equipment.
This is a very extremely rare case. This is the perfect storm of everything possible being done wrong.
Maybe so, but it's a situation seen 2 more times in recent weeks, including a case in Springfield, Missouri, and in Arkansas, where 100 patients were told that some of the drugs used in their dental procedures may have been contaminated.
When you go to the doctor, you trust them, and you don't look for anything to be wrong.
But Holland dentist Dr. Mark Becker says you should be skeptical.
As a consumer, I find it to be very difficult to know if things are clean.
It just tells you if your autoclave is getting up to the temperature and sterilizing the instruments.
So while your dentist may be taking the necessary precautions, it doesn't hurt to do your own homework and ask. When it comes to finding someone you can trust with your oral health, funny enough, word of mouth can be a helpful tool.
Referrals are the best thing. If you've got somebody that you trust, that trusts somebody that they go to, usually 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be steered too far off course.
Both Ohio and Michigan do have state dental boards that offer online access to a dentist's license status, but that alone will only tell you so much.
They do the best job that they can, but trying to keep everybody safe and clean is impossible.
While Ohio's dental board investigators looked into hundreds of complaints and carried out hundreds of random inspections last year, with nearly 30,000 workers under their jurisdiction, a dentist's office gets visited once every 2 to 3 years.
But they've got a big job. They can't be everywhere at all times.
Michigan's Board of Dentistry doesn't do random checks and only starts an investigation once a dentist has received a complaint. In essence, consumers are key to keeping themselves and others safe.
As a patient coming in and seeing the sterilization being unwrapped in front of you, making sure hands are being washed.
To ensure that while you work to clean that smile, you don't end up in the care of a dirty dentist. Now, just asking a few simple questions and doing a little research can save you a lot of heartache, although officials investigating that Harrington case in Tulsa say that he had never had a complaint in all his years. Now, so far, among his patients that have been tested, 69 have been found to have hepatitis C, 4 have hepatitis B, and less than 3 have tested positive for HIV. Jim?